Well, hi, gang. Welcome to this episode of Media Champions. I'm Mary Trace Griffin in Atlanta. You will be so happy you dropped by this episode because, as everybody is in a post COVID world, everybody likes to get out and about, do the traveling, that kind of stuff. We have the subject matter expert on the show today, particularly if you are on that travel side of the house. Please make welcome Pete DiMaio. He is with TravelBoom, and he joins us today on Media Champions. Pete, it's so nice to finally meet you.
Well, thank you, Mary. I'm honored to be on the show and good talking to you today.
Well, thank you for sharing your subject matter expertise because you help people in the travel industry. I don't care if it's hotels, restaurants, activities. You help people showcase what they need to garner what they need. And it's all about putting the brand out there in the story. So let's brief it up for folks. In Pete's world, how does this work?
It's pretty simple. Mainly what we work with is independent hoteliers. And for independent hotelier to do well, they have to completely own the guest. They need to drive direct bookings. And what we try to do is help them find ways and creative ways to do that online through websites, through paid media, but also becoming the subject matter expert, as you say, for their local destination and become the true expert to help vacationers plan their stay and become the trusted partner that they're going to choose to stay with.
What do you see as the next couple of years showing the trends and where they're going in marketing, Pete? Because especially where you sit, you see these changing so fast, and you yourself have to be on the ball because you have to be ready to help the folks in that travel business be able to reach their customers like yesterday.
Yeah. Honestly, I see two big things coming down the way that I think all hoteliers and travel marketers in general really need to focus on. I think the first thing is understanding that we're heading into a little bit more of a challenging environment than we've had in the past. I think for the past probably decade or so, it's been a pretty easy job being a hotelier and a marketer. But with expenses increasing, travel costs increasing, ADRs going up from a hotel perspective, and you have non-traditional inventory such as VRBO and Airbnb coming on board, the hotelier and the travel marketer is going to have to work a lot harder. And to do that, they're going to have to get creative. They're going to have to get nimble. And they're going to start doing some things that are outside their comfort zone that they may have been doing over the past. Things are going to have to change for them for sure.
Do you think folks are going to maybe... Oh, no, you go ahead, because I bet you're going to answer my next question in number two. I'm anxious to hear what you have to say.
Oh, actually, this is more on the hotel side specifically. There's so many more outlets available to a marketer. And one of the big ones is Google Hotel Ads, TripAdvisor, Trivago, and all those other platforms. About 80% of every person who goes on a vacation starts, even if they don't know it, at something like a Google Hotel Ads. And making sure that a hotel can share their rate is going to be critically important moving forward, not just now, 2 years from now, or 10 years from now, making sure that you have a tech stack with your property management system, your booking engine, your distribution systems are all working together. Because like I said, it's going to be a little bit harder moving forward, but that just creates a great opportunity for those savvy marketers to roll up their sleeves and really start taking some market share.
So many of the marketers, and this does play into where I was going with the next question, so thank you for that. Are customers, they're smarter than the average bear, right? Because they're looking at ratings, they're looking at recommendations, they're looking at pricing, they're also looking at availability, and they're searching everything across the planet. But social media is a huge tool there. Tell me, how do you measure success on social media? Because it's a crucial tool, and we have to make sure that we know where the numbers are because numbers don't lie.
And I think what you said hit the nail on the head. The numbers don't lie. For my clients and for our partners in general, we like to look way beyond the likes, the impressions, metrics like that. To really measure the success, you need to look at the conversion rate and actually what your return on ad spend is. So in a great case on a pay-per-click campaign, you have several thousand% ROAS. On a social campaign, if it's Facebook, if it's LinkedIn, if it's Insta, Pinterest, whatever it might be, you still want to look at it from those same metrics and say, is this campaign that I'm spending X amount of dollars on returning X times 10 when it comes to room nights, revenue, whatever metric that you might be adding? And I think when you measure it that way, you have a good attribution model that gives credit to all the places that that person may visit in their planning cycle. Then you can really start making smarter decisions about which ones work and which ones don't.
Love it. That's why you are the subject matter expert. Pete, we're out of time, but I have to ask, where does Pete vacation? I mean, you see stuff like this all the time. Where's your what's on the top of your list for a vacation? I'm just curious.
Well, I was in the Florida Keys last year, and it was phenomenal. My two little girls had a phenomenal time snorkeling and just kind of seeing everything there. So I'd have to put that very high at the top of my list. And any place with a nice warm sand and a margarita is probably a place I want to be.
Oh, you're speaking my lingo there. Pete, you're a delight. I hope you come back and share your sage advice again here on Media Champions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on today.
You bet. For the rest of you, we can make the connect to Pete if you like. You're going to want to pick this man's brain because he knows the numbers. And again, numbers don't lie. We can hook you up with Pete. You can find him by finding us right here at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Mary Teresa Griffin in Atlanta. We will see you next time for more Media Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.